CataractCoach.com, how to adjust the IOL calcs for the second eye. If the first eye had a refractive surprise, do this for the second eye to get it right. Alrighty, here we go. Looking at the pre-op lens calcs from the first surgeon. Now we can look over here and we can see axial lengths on the right eye are pretty consistent. Axial lengths on the left eye all pretty consistent. K values, again, consistent, gives about 2 diopters still in the right eye, maybe a little bit less in the left eye, but again, everything looks pretty consistent here. So the first surgeon does the surgery, uses a good way of calculating. This looks like holiday 2, and looking at here, we've got a calculation of 22.5, should be just about perfect plano. The toric lens here is the T5, which is 3 diopters of cylinder correction on the IOL, which means about 2 diopters at the corneal plane. So again, everything looks normal here. Surgery was completed. Patient should do great, right? Well, the patient ended up being -1 in this eye, -1.0 in the right eye. That's not great for a trifocal lens, right? So now the patient comes to see you. You're the second surgeon. And the patient says, can you do my other eye, but make it more accurate? So how do you learn? Well, first do your own calculations, your own measurements. So this is you doing the measurements. Now on the right eye, which is now already pseudophakic, you can see a pretty good axial length. And you see here, it's very accurate. And then you can't really measure the other parameters because the machine gets confused. Because why? Very deep AC, very thin lens, because it's an IOL. Now you measure the other eye, and again, the other eye is phakic. Pretty consistent axial length, very similar to the first surgeon. You can measure here the lens thickness. There's the cataract, 4.8 millimeters thick, and the anterior chamber depth. And again, here's the astigmatism. Looks like about 1.8 diopters of astigmatism on the corneal plane. So now you look at your calculations, and now here's what it says for the left eye. Is this what you're going to do now? Should you put in a 22.0 or 21.5? Well, interestingly, if you go back and back calculate, it says that you should put a 21.5 in this eye, or maybe 22, but the patient ended up myopic, -1 with a 22.5. Well, what does that mean? Well, remember, -1 on the refraction is going to be what on the IOL power? So if you had -1, that's 1 diopter. Well, it's going to be 1.5 diopters on difference on the IOL. Difference, yep, on the IOL plane. So remember, the spectacle plane is not the same as the IOL plane. It's a 1 to 1.5 ratio here. So what's the way to do it? Well, if you do your normal lens calcs, let's look at here. My favorite, obviously, is IOLcalc.com. Using the lattice super formula, it says, okay, for the standard calculations, and you notice here the A constant is what we always use. That's our given A constant for this trifocal lens, 119.2. For on the right eye, it says, well, putting in a 21.5 should nail absolute plano. And then on the other eye, it also says use 21.5. But you see, there's one important thing you have here. You have one more bit of data. And that bit of data is, you know the results of the first eye. So why don't we change, in other words, hone the A constant. You see how it says honed A constant here? So if we do the right eye, we know for sure the patient got a 22.5 IOL, and the patient ended up -1. So if we now calculate it and we change the A constant to 118.75, look, it shows the actual result. So for whatever the way the patient healed, the way the lens sits, the effective lens position, whatever it is, you know for sure. At 118.75, it calculated out that if you put a 22.5 in, the patient's going to be -1. And that's exactly what the patient has. So now why don't we apply this A constant for the second eye? This is the eye that you're going to do surgery on. And now you can see, if you do the calculations here, actually a 21.0 is going to be ideal to give you a perfect plano outcome. And that's what the patient had with the second surgeon, and had a beautiful absolute plano result. Now, what do you do with the first eye that's still -1? Honestly, my best bet is just do some LASIK or PRK and be done with it. An older patient, you can do a smaller optical zone. They don't have such big pupils. And a -1 ablation is really a slam dunk, and the patient can do great. So now you know that's how I like to go back and recalculate. If you have the data from the first eye, now you can help hone the A constant, apply the A constant to the second eye, and get a very accurate result here. And important, remember, The first surgeon did nothing wrong. Give the first surgeon the benefit of the doubt. You saw the calculations, you saw the data, everything looked good. It's just up to us to learn from that first eye and apply it to get a better result in the second eye. And now, you know.